Okay. Well, so let's listen to Sandra again. The second part, yeah, of course. First of all, let's complete this part and then we keep going with reading section. So again, listen to the second part of the interview and take the points below which Sandra makes. Okay, so let's listen carefully and okay. Just wait a moment. Canvas number 1-3. Let's get started.
Recording 1.3.
And what's the secret of a really successful brand?
Really successful brands are ones that tap into an emotion, and that way they can inspire fierce loyalty. So they're much more than just a product or a service. They're an attitude, and that's carried through in everything about the brand, from the communications to the culture of the organisation to everything you see about the brand. So Apple is a good example. It stands for a kind of anti-authoritarianism. It's against big corporations, though it is a big corporation itself. And Apple started out when computers were big and scary and quite off-putting. Apple invented the Mac, and you turned it on, you got a smiley face, it was really easy to use. And that's something that Apple has carried through right through to today, where people are in love with the iPod and the iMac and the iBook.
Well,
Yeah, but I can listen 50%.
Yeah.
But
Great.
yesterday we did finish.
Yeah. So
discussion. So I still remember the answer.
Yeah. Okay. So of course. So let's check it again. So which ones?
1 and 4.
Of course, very good, 1 and 4. So that was great. We checked again. And now part 4, the next part. Listen to example Sandra gives of how Wolf helped a company with its branding and answer this question. What was the company and what is its business sector and what advice did they receive? So let's listen to the next part.
Yeah.
Recording 1.4.
Can you give an example of how you've helped a company with its branding?
Yes, the classic example we have is Orange, the mobile phone service. And Orange really changed the way people felt about mobile phones. When everyone else was talking about technology, Orange talked about lifestyle and communication. It was originally going to be called Microtel, and we worked with the parent company to get them away from all of that and create something entirely different, something that was about optimism. The future's bright, the future's orange is a line that everyone remembers. And it created a new world of communication. People became quite passionate about using Orange, and it was highly successful financially.
Well, the name?
Yeah, I didn't catch up it.
Okay, you didn't catch. Okay, so I give you one word, then we will listen and check it again. So you will hear the name Orange. So be sure it's really Orange. And
mobile phone.
Of course. Okay, so let's listen again.
Yeah.
Recording 1.4.
Can you give an example of how you've helped a company with its branding?
Yes, the classic example we have is Orange, the mobile phone service. And Orange really changed the way people felt about mobile phones. When everyone else was talking about technology, Orange talked about lifestyle and communication. It was originally going to be called Microtel, and we worked with the parent company to get them away from all of that and create something entirely different, something that was about optimism. The future's bright, the future's orange is a line that everyone remembers. And it created a new world of communication. People became quite passionate about using orange, and it was highly successful financially.
Well, this time, so let me help you. So as you heard, it's something like not to, call the certain Microtel, but to create something completely new. So this one based on actually the idea, based on the idea of optimism. Yeah, of course, the base of, and so you can talk about it as something new feature, new method of communication, so new style. Okay, so
Yeah.
this, yeah, okay. Well,
Yeah.
so
But in the first of some advice I listen, I have heard about technology, lifestyle, and communication.
yeah,
So after that, she had thought about the communication, for example,
of course.
microtel and
Yeah,
some, yeah,
yeah, of
and
course.
some, yeah, and something new. But after that I can
Yeah,
catch.
of course, it's okay, when you get half of it, that's great. Okay,
Yeah,
so let me say something. Normally in listening sections, so audio track, of course you can get, maybe 100% of what you hear. So, but if you get, most of the words, okay, and the main idea that is really important, it depends. So we have detail or in general listening. So in detail, of course, you need to focus to find some details. For example, fill in the blanks, okay? But
yeah,
here, when we have some questions like this, of course, you can get the main idea, what advice, okay? As you said, communication, or for example, creating something new, completely new, or based on the optimism. So something like this, you can get the general idea. Of course, for when we need to, especially for IELTS listening. So when we need to give some details and find some details, you will hear the most important part maybe twice. So you will
yeah,
have repetition so that it will be easy to hear and write down. But here, that was good. You could hear, and it's really normal. So you couldn't hear few words. So that was really normal. Well, and now, do you have any questions related to this listening? Or do you need to
no,
listen again? Okay, great. Well, and made in Europe. Yeah, is it really important to made in Europe or the US or the UK? So is it really important when buying something?
sorry.
Is it really important to buy something made in Europe or the US or the UK? Is it really important, or Japan, or I don't know, some other countries, maybe some developed countries? Is it important to buy something that is made in developed countries?
Yeah, I think it's very important.
Okay, and why
Because
do you think?
yeah, because sometimes when we need something for my work or my life, yeah, and I think choose a product from the developed country or may help me to get a high product quality. And yeah, besides, if I don't need a high quality product, I can choose I should choose a product from a developed country for I think it's much cheaper.
Cheap, more reasonable, you mean?
it's my cheaper
Yeah,
than product from developed country.
yeah, of course, it's maybe reasonable, more reasonable. So about price, cheap is okay, as I told you, but
Yeah,
it's not really, so reasonable is better. So of course, yeah. Okay, well, now we're gonna read this text. Of
yeah,
course, there are some words that maybe it's a bit difficult to read them. Just I want you to read this part in order to get familiar with the words and pronunciation of them. But if you find something difficult, you don't need to read it. Just pass it. I will help you later. Okay, may I ask you to read this?
yeah.
Of course, if you want, I can read it for you, but it's good you to read so that you
Yeah,
get, yeah, it's your choice. You want me to read or you yourself?
yeah, because I may I may I may miss some words. I don't know to pronounce them. So can you read it
Of
first?
course,
Yeah.
of course. Well, made in Europe by Joe Johnson, Fred Kapner, and Richard McGregor. Almost every fashion label outside the top super luxury brand is either already manufacturing in Asia or thinking of it. Coach, the US leather good marker, is a classic example. Over the past 5 years, it has lifted all its gross margin. So I would talk about the word by manufacturing solely in low-cost markets. In March 2002, it closed its factory in Lares, Puerto Rico, its last company-owned plant, and outsources all its products. Burberry has many Asian licensing arrangements. In 2000, it decided to renew Sony's Japanese license for 10 years. This means that almost half of Burberry's sales at retail value will continue to be produced on the license in Asia. At the same time, however, Japanese consumers prefer the group's European-made products. Sony is now reacting to this demand for the snub alternative to the Burberry products made in its factories across Asia by opening a flagship store in Tokyo, Ginza, where it sells Burberry products imported from Europe. In interviews with the FT, many executives say the top luxury brands will continue to be seen, particularly in Asia, as European. Domenico De Sole of Gucci says the Asian consumer really does believe, whether it's true or not, that luxury comes from the Europe and must be made there to be the best. Serge Weinberg, chief executive of Pinault Printemps Redoute, which controls Gucci, says it will not move Gucci's production offshore. Yet, some in the industry recognize that change may be round the corner even for the super luxury brands. Patrizio Bertelli, chief executive of Prada, says the Made in Italy label is important, but what we are really offering is style, and style is an expression of culture. He therefore recognizes that quality fashion items may not always need to be produced in Italy. Amitabha Chattopadhyay, it's Indian name, professor of marketing at NC, the business school, says a brand is a set of association in the mind of the consumer, and one of these is actually country of origin. For luxury goods, the role of the brand is crucial. To damage it is a cardinal sin, and no brand manager will want to get the balance between manufacturing location and the brand image wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and now let's talk about some words. Okay. Well, the first word that I underline here, solely.
Yeah.
Solely means alone. Solely means alone.
Yeah.
Okay. And let me write them on the board. It's not, but let me write them here. Okay, let's explain the progress one by one. For example, you know, almost every fashion label outside the top super luxury brands is either already manufacturing in Asia, of course. So we have lots of super luxury. Now, Apple, iPhones, of course, are manufacturing in Asia. I think China. Yeah,
Yeah.
so of course, so it's really normal to, so as you said, it's more reasonable. So,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, of course, when you compare the price, manufacturing price in the Europe, for example, or developed countries and Asian countries, of course, it's really reasonable, a logical method to manufacture something in some other countries so that you can save your money. So it's really a good idea. Okay. Over the past 5 years, it has lifted all its, okay, gross margin. Do you have any idea about this? Have you ever heard it?
Growth.
Yeah.
Um, can you show me that words?
Yeah, gross margin here. Let me underline it.
But I yeah I think
I
it's
think,
similar with profit.
yeah, of course. Very good. So, yeah, very good. But what's the difference between gross margin and profit? Of course, gross profit is the money left over after a company's cost, so are
Yeah.
deducted from it. So for example, we have these actually cost. After that, when they are deducted, now we have this actually profit. This is gross, but profit is profit, the total. So this is a difference between total actually profit and gross margin. Okay.
Yeah.
So here, so of
Yeah.
course,
I I,
yeah.
I want to I want to add about the lift. Lift mean growth.
Lift, increase.
Yeah.
It has
Increase.
lifted all its gross margin by manufacturing solely in low-cost markets. That's
Yeah.
great. So they could increase the profits.
Mm.
Okay. And so in March 2002, okay, they closed the factory in Puerto Rico. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, and outsources all its products. So outsource means to purchase goods from an outside supplier or source, outside source. Okay, for
Yeah.
it, yeah, so
Yeah. I know that word.
yeah, very good. Burberry has many Asian licensing arrangement, of course, and in 2000 decided to renew Sanyo Japanese license for 10 years. That's great. So, okay, and the retail, almost half of Burberry sales at retail value. Okay, do you have any idea about this word? Retail.
Retail mean system contribution
Yeah,
to customer.
it's something like, yeah, the sale of goods and
Sell.
services to consumers, the sales. Okay, in contrast to wholesaling. So we have retail and we have wholesaling. Wholesaling refers to the sale to business.
Yeah.
So for example, you don't actually maybe deal with a person, you deal with actually a business. So this is
Mm.
wholesaling. And the opposite, in contrast, we have retail, the sale of goods and service to consumers.
Yeah.
So this is the meaning of retail. Will continue to be produced under license in Asia. Okay, great. And so at the same time, how our Japanese consumers prefer, oh, that's really interesting. You know, for example, most of actually maybe top brands are actually being manufactured in Asian countries like Japan, and they'd rather have and buy some European-made products. And there is a contrast. Why do you think? Why do you think? Because, you know, they are manufacturing for top brands.
I
So,
think Japanese believe that's a product which produced in Europe may higher quality than another country.
and do you think it's a wrong belief?
Right
Do
belief.
you think it's wrong? I think it's wrong because, you know, when you are able to actually produce something for developed countries in a perfect way, so you are reliable.
Yeah, but I think in the developed country, they have some quality standard.
Yeah.
And that mean the product which sell in developed country make sure that all of the product parts quality mean it's make sure that all of them high quality. In developing country, I feel they don't have some quality standard, so
Yeah.
the consumer don't believe the quality of product.
Yeah, of course. Very good. Well, yeah, I do agree with you. Here, let's keep going with the rest of it. Okay, here. Okay, so it will not move Gucci's production offshore. Okay, do you have any idea about this, this word? Offshore, a location outside a country, abroad, outside one's home country. For example, you know, outside the US, outside, for example, the location, when we say offshore, outside of the country, other countries means. So for example, we have some stores, offshore stores, it means outside of the country. Now, for example, yeah, we have some branches. For example, this brand actually has some branches in Vietnam and Japan and other countries offshore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think offshore mean the some company they want to they want to optimize the tax and cost of production, so
Yeah.
they build some
It's
manufacturing.
yeah, it means outside the country, just abroad. Yeah, abroad, it means they work, you know, abroad, not only, for example, from the shore, you know, seaward, so means abroad, out of country. So, for example, we have some offshore branches out of country, okay? Well, and executive that is manager, we noted, and let's keep going with the other word. Okay, and some industry actually recognize that change may be around the corner even for the super luxury brands. Okay, Bertelli, chief executive of Prada, says the maiden label is important, but we're offering a style. Okay, so great. This one is good. And let me check if there is any word that I need to find. I can't find something difficult here, but if you can see, you can ask me. So, okay, so quality fashion items may not always need to produce in Italy. And Mitava Chattopadhyay here, professor of marketing at okay, you can see the business school. Okay, a brand is a set of association in the mind, maybe association group in the mind of consumer, a group of something, connections.
Crucial. Can you explain me about the crucial?
Crucial means very important. The role of the brand is crucial, significant, and to damage it is a cardinal sin. That is one. Cardinal means very bad, serious sin. Okay, so you make actually something really bad. You do something really wrong. This is deadly, cardinal. Okay.
Cardinal.
What?
Cardinal mean?
Cardinal. Cardinal means very bad, serious. Very bad or serious. Okay. And when we say sin of course, it means a deeply regrettable action. You know, something fault like this, wrong, fault. So no brand manager will want to get the balance between manufacturing location and the brand image wrong. Brand image, what people think and believe about this, actually the name of brand. So they don't want to actually make the balance wrong. So of course they don't do something wrong. Well, let me, okay. Just this. Okay. I can't find anything else, but you can check if you find something you can ask. I think this, let me check here if, okay, it's a production, oh, sure. This one, round the corner. Okay, the change may be round the corner, even the super luxury brands. Okay, so round the corner means when something actually is round the corner, it means it will happen very soon. So if you say that something is around the corner, you mean that it will happen very soon. So we say around the corner, British say actually around the corner, both are correct. So
that means similar with coming soon.
Yeah, happen very soon, going to happen soon. Yeah, of course. So as you can see, change, every change may happen very soon. So this is the meaning around the corner. Okay, well, and just this. Any questions about this part? Something that any word, anything? Okay, Sonia is now reacting to this demand, need for a snow alternative to the Burberry. What is the meaning of snow? So, of course, we use it in maybe for example, actually people, or for example, when a person actually is snow, it means it's really actually a person who has extremely high standards. Or maybe, for example, we as people, as for example, I don't know, chief executive of this brand, the owner of this brand, I have extremely high standard, who actually, that is, I'm not satisfied by the things that ordinary people like. For example, okay, normal people, ordinary people say, okay, this is good. But I say, no, I have a higher standard. This is the meaning of snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it means a high standard alternative to the Burberry products. Okay. Well, this one. I could find. Here, let me read this part. Okay, so Sanya is now reacting this demand for a snow alternative to the Burberry products made in its factories across Asia by opening a flagship store in Tokyo. Okay, so what it means, flagship. Okay, well, actually, when we say flagship, it means the best, largest, the most important one of a group. So for example, there are different branches. We have lots of branches across the world, but this one is our flagship. This means the best, the largest, the most important one. Okay?
Yeah, and that means a flagship product similar with significant. Yeah, I I miss the words, but that means a product very high quality.
Not high
Yes.
quality. We normally use it for stores, for branches,
Ah,
yeah, of course, for quality. For example, this is our flagship. It means the most important one, maybe the best. Normally, each brand has a, for example, each brand has different branches in different cities or maybe inside the country or abroad, okay? But normally one or two branches are really, maybe they're, I don't know, larger, there are, I don't know, more like luxurious or better than the other branches. So we say they are flagships. They show this is actually the label of our brand. When you go shopping, for example, you can see, yeah, the most important, the best. Let's say
yeah.
it's the best. Yeah. Okay. Well, and now, which of these statements are true, correct, the false ones? Okay, now it's your turn to read the statement and try to correct them if you can find
Yeah.
any mistake.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to read them again, but I will open it in
Of
in my laptop.
That's okay, of course. Just let me tell something about this that is really important. So when you want to listen and find the statement, true or false statement, that's really important. The first, underline your keyword. You don't need to read the whole text because of course
Yeah.
it takes time. So you only need to, okay, reduce. Okay, so
Yeah.
Puerto Rico, for example, the first, here. So now you know that where to find the answer, okay? So when you underline them, you can easily find them into text so that you don't need to read the text from the beginning. Okay, let's get started.
True. You want true?
Okay, number one, true, excellent. And number two.
Number two. True.
Of course, right. Number three.
Number 3, true.
Of course, true. Very good. Number 4.
Number
Yeah.
number 4. Number 4, false.
False. And what's the true? What's the correct one?
Yeah, because Tokyo Gazin where it sell Burberry product important from Europe, not
Yeah,
only in Asia.
of course. So, yeah, of course. So you can see made only in Asia now, of course. Here we have the answer. Sany is now reacting to this demand for a sustainable alternative to the Burberry products made in its factories across Asia by opening a flagship store in Tokyo where it sells Burberry products imported from Europe, of course. So, and 5, according to Domenico De Sole, the best luxury products are made in Japan. So, Japan, this one. Let's find it. Here we have the name.
Yeah. Mm, uh, 5, 4.
Of course, false. And the answer is just find the word, the name that is anchor. So it's really important. So just find the name and read. Okay.
Oh,
Domenico De Sole of Gucci says the Asian
yeah,
consumer.
yeah. Uh, yeah, that's luxury come from Europe and must be made there to be
Yeah,
best.
very good. And the next one.
Mm, 6, 4. It will not move Gucci products offshore.
Yeah, so it's false. Okay, so he recognizes that quality. So what? He recognizes that quality fashion items. So something like in Italy. Yeah, so that's false. Would you read it again, the part? So let's find the name.
Yeah, for 6.
This one, Serge Weinberg, chief executive of Pinault Prince Redout, which control Gucci. It will not move, yeah, okay. So this one, okay, and says the made in Italy label is important, but we are really offering style, fashion. So quality is important. So not, yeah, of course. And not always need to be produced in Italy. So we have the answer here. So quality fashion items, okay. And the last one, no, number 7, okay, number 8. So the next one. Bertizia Bertelli believes the luxury fashion product always made in Europe. So of course, no.
Mm, 4, 7, 4.
Yeah, of course, of course. Well, and Amitava Chattopadhyay says that companies need to pay careful attention to where they manufacture. Let's find it again.
True.
True, of course, of course. They actually don't want to get the balance between manufacturing location and the brand image wrong. So of course it's true. So it's something like paraphrase. You know, as you can see, there's some phrases that can consider the definition of the original text is something like they are not exactly the same as, but you need to get the idea, you need to maybe the keyword so that you find the answer if the statement is true or false. And there is another point that you need to pay attention. In this type of questions, especially for IELTS, the answers are in order. It means, for example, the first one here, after that, the second one, after that, then the third one. So one by one, okay. So as you can see, for example, if the answer of number 1 is here, if you can find it here, definitely there is no answer for number 2 in this paragraph. So it's okay, let's keep going after, let's read the rest of it. Okay, so normally they are in order. Yeah. Well, and now choose the best summary. Okay, now you actually we read the text. Now let's choose the best summary for the article.
I think C is the best. Got some summary.
So Asian consumer think that European luxury goods are of high quality. The current trend of making such goods in Asia could damage the reputation, the fame. Reputation means fame of these luxury brands. Okay, luxury brands do not wish to produce their goods. Okay. Most manufacturers of top brands now produce their goods in low-cost countries. Consumer no longer care about where the products are manufactured. Yeah, of course, it can be. Let me say something. Yeah, it's good. It's good. As summary, it's really good because actually in summary, we mention and we actually state our main points again. So it's something on restatement of main points, a key points from the text. Yeah, of course, we have something about Asian consumer, how actually the way that they think about European luxury brands and goods. So I do agree with you. Well, and now we have this. Okay, do you have any questions related to this reading this text?
No, I don't.
Clear? Okay, very good. Well, okay, and now let's talk about present simple and present continuous. Okay, you know these two structure and you know how to use them. They're really easy. So you know that for general facts and general truths, for example, our habits, general habits, we normally use present simple, and present continuous to use for actually in progress, to talk about in progress action or maybe our plans for future. So we need to. Okay, and we have some signs, for example, time expressions that we can use. And when we see them, of course, we decide to choose present simple or present continuous. Okay, so when we want to actually give some factual information, some information based on fact, we use present simple. For example, coach outsources all its work. This is a general fact. So we use. And we use present simple again to talk about, as I told you, routine activities, something that we normally do, or habits. Especially with adverb of frequency. And present continuous to talk about in progress, ongoing situation and project. So let's do something. Okay, let's have a look at these time expressions and divide them into two groups. Okay, so which time expression do we usually use with present continuous and which are used with both? Simple. So what do you think?
I think usually, often, every day. Oh, no, I think I will answer words by words.
Of course, it's better. Usually?
Yeah, usually only for present simple.
Very good. Often?
Present simple.
Okay, and currently?
I think currently used for present continuous.
Both. We also use it for present simple. Yeah, both of them. We also use it for present simple. This year?
This year only present continuous.
Of course, nowadays.
Present simple.
Nowadays, present continuous. Nowadays. So yeah, of course, nowadays. Yeah, present continuous is better. And at the moment.
Present continuous.
Yeah, of course. Actually, we normally and grammatically it's definitely correct to use it for present continuous, but we also use it for present simple. So it's okay. Yeah. Okay. Every day.
Present simple.
Of course, once a month.
Present simple.
Yeah, these days.
Mm, I think present simple.
And continuous can be used.
Yeah.
These days, because when it comes to a period of time, we can actually use it for ongoing action. So,
Yeah.
for example, we are, I don't know, we are increasing, for example, I don't know, the number of, we're trying to increase the number of consumers these days. So we are doing something in progress. So of course it's okay. And now?
Now present continue.
Very good. Well, and now let's complete the sentences with the present simple or present continuous form of verbs in brackets. Well, so the first one, this
We are,
year,
yeah, we, oh, this year, this year we are trying to develop a brand with personality.
very good. And B, we usually,
Build a develop brand that say something.
number 2,
Powerful brand name create strong consumer loyalty.
of course, create strong consumer loyalty. Of course, it's something like general. So yes, create. And B, at the moment,
At the moment, we are looking for a new brand name that suggests something about the products, benefits, and quality.
very good. Number 3,
Low rail.
it's the name of brand, French brand, L'Oreal.
L'Oreal sells cos cosmetics and toilets, toilets, toilet dryer to
Okay.
customers around the world. Yeah.
Okay, so let me say something here. First of all, toiletries. Toiletries, something that you use to clean yourself. For example, I don't know, soap or
So yeah.
toothpaste. Yeah, everything that we normally use to clean our face, or for example, our skin is actually can be included in toiletries.
Yeah.
Okay, and well, so just about, this brand, L'Oreal. So it's something like sell or sells. Both are
Yeah.
right because you can consider it actually as a company,
Yeah.
because, so it can be singular or plural. So both sell or sells are correct, usable. And okay, invest this year, L'Oreal in
This year, L'Oreal invest invest uh, this year. This year we can use for both.
continuous, of course, as I
Okay.
told you.
Yeah.
Yeah, this year, present continuous.
That means we use present continuous
Of
for the
course, this year.
near plan.
Of course, so this year, so something that we actually are doing during actually this one business year. So it's something like working year. So it's
Yeah.
is investing. L'Oreal
Yeah.
is investing.
Yeah.
And 4,
The marketing departments always keeps within its budget.
very good. So keep or again, keep or keeps, both are right because you can consider it as either singular or plural, so both form are right. And B, because the company made a loss last year.
The marketing department are trying to reduce costs.
Very good. Are trying or is trying to reduce cost. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to skip this part, but if there is any questions, now you can ask me.
No, I don't.
Okay, very good. So we skip this part for the next session. Next session again, we will talk about this part. Well, okay, and that's it. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. It's good talk with you and have a fruitful, very good week. So,
Thank you and see you on the next time.
of course, at the next, we say at the next session. At the next session.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course. Thank you. Goodbye.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye.